Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be listing my top 5 favourite Christmas movies of all time. And yeah, because since Christmas is basically 2 days away, I thought I might as well upload like a Christmas and festive themed video on the channel because it's about time. I don't think I've actually done anything Christmas related this year so far on the channel, so yeah, here you go. Here's my video on my top 5 favourite Christmas movies of all time. There'll also be a video of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, first time watching the review, tomorrow on Christmas Eve, so be tuned or stay tuned for that. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie before, that's why I won't be part of this list, but I will update this list next year if I do end up watching that tomorrow, which I probably will. I say I probably, but I think I will. And there will be a list on Letterboxd probably when I make the list, if I have time to later, so you can check that out later. It's not out yet, but I might do it later. But anyway, back to the video. So yeah, this will be my main top 5 films that I think are the best Christmas films of all time, and let's just get started. Before I actually begin on the main 5 films of the list, this is actually a honourable mention, and I actually quite like the Christmas Chronicles. This is quite a good Christmas film in my opinion. This is quite a fun film, and I don't know why, it's got some kind of charm to it that just drew me towards it, and it makes me really enjoy it. I've not watched it again this year, or rewatched it this year, but for the times I have rewatched it and watched it, it's really good fun, and it's always a good time, and yeah, it's just a really enjoyable Christmas film. It works really well as a family film as well. Actually, it is a family film, but yeah, it works really well as a Christmas film, and Kurt Russell Santa is really good, so yeah, it's a nice honourable mention to the Christmas Chronicles. So in 5th place is It's a Wonderful Life, and this is a absolute classic of a film, not only as a film in general, but a Christmas film of course. The film is, 78 years old, and is still talked about and remembered to this day after almost 80 years. That just shows how good this film is. It is quite emotional though, like it will probably have you tearing up a little bit at the end. The film is a classic for a reason. It is a really emotional thrill ride of a film, and it has so much meaning and story to it, because yeah, it's just really, powerful. It's just, if you've seen the film you know what I'm talking about. It's just a really heartfelt and beautiful film, if that makes sense, and it just really explores about why you should appreciate what you have in life as we know it. For the story of the film follows George Bailey, who has many problems. He is a businessman and he's thinking about committing suicide at Christmas time. What better time of the year to do this at? And as the angels discuss George, we see his life in flashback, and as George is about to jump from a bridge, basically to obviously kill himself, he ends up meeting his guardian angel Clarence, who basically then shows George what his life would be like and town would be like if he hadn't done all his good deeds over the years, and what it would be about a minute. So yeah, it's quite meaningful. I think there's a reason why people say this is their favourite Christmas film, or it's still a classic after all these years, because it is a great film, and I recommend, if you haven't seen it yet, do go ahead and watch this, because it is a great film, not only as a film, but as a Christmas film of course. But yeah, there is It's a Wonderful Life at 5th place on my list of top 5 favourite Christmas films. And what would a Christmas ranking or a Christmas movie ranking be without Home Alone? This is an absolute Christmas classic. It has been watched, I have rewatched it every year since I first watched it when I was like 5 or 6. This is an absolute classic, an absolute banger of a film. I love this film. It never gets old, it's a classic, it will always remain a classic, and it is so entertaining, never fails to entertain whatsoever. It's always funny, it's always good. Even the jokes and the dialogue is so good after 35 years now. It came out in 1990, it's now 2024. Yeah, or actually 34 years still. But the very impressive thing about Home Alone is that like this film, no matter how many times you watch it, will always be good. It'll never ever be bad if you rewatch it like a billion times. Or at least for me, it's because Home Alone, whilst also being obviously a Christmas film, is also a family film. It also, makes clear of that important message of family and how important family is. And obviously Kevin at first is very happy to be home alone. He soon realises that he misses his family and that they are very important. But of course, I think the main highlight of the film is that the booby trap sequence still remains really fun to watch after all these years. Like, this obviously set the standard for Home Alone films to come in the following years. All the sequels that follow this film, to have the traditional booby trap sequence at the end with the two or how many burglars there were in the film to come into the house and then get ransacked by these baby traps by the kids. But my point is, I never get tired of Home Alone, and I never will get tired of watching this film, because it is a festive classic, and I will rewatch this every single year it's Christmas. It might seem a little boring, but at third place is Home Alone 2: Lost in New York, of course, the sequel to Home Alone. And I personally think this is better than the first film. This is just the first film, but better. And I will go into detail on why that is. To those that are saying that this is basically the first film but New York, that is kind of true, but at the same time not. So this time Kevin's family don't leave him alone in the house, and he actually comes with them in the airport, or to the airport, but they get on, or somehow Kevin manages to get on the wrong flight this time, and this time it's just a case of going on the wrong flight to somewhere else. So Kevin ends up in New York, and they end up going to Florida. So Kevin once again, what a perfect coincidence, runs back into the sticky, or is it Wet Bandits? Yeah, sticky was what Marv says in the film, but the Wet Bandits have escaped jail and they bump into Kevin again. How convenient. And then they get into a lot of, scuffle, and then this leads to Kevin basically, of course, making more baby traps, and it's the rematch of the century. This is where the traps get bigger and better. They basically took every single trap from the first film but made it bigger, better and wackier. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's actually really funny though. It works really well, and I find myself laughing every time. No matter how many times I actually rewatch this film, I always laugh no matter what at the traps and whenever something funny happens in this film. Like, not just that, but like the concierge and like the Trump's in the film. Literally, Trump has a cameo in the film because he owned the hotel that Kevin was in. Like, that's kind of cool actually. That's pretty funny. And that Trump literally meets Kevin, or Kevin meets Trump. That's just also another thing that makes this film so good. Is it a Christmas film? I would say so, yes. It's basically the first film, literally, with the same, type of themes, but set in New York in a bigger setting. Now moving on to second place, we have Gremlins. Gremlins has always been one of my favourite Christmas films, and again, this is a film where people will question, is this actually a Christmas film? And I'm going to say yes. See, for me, what makes a Christmas film, and what, a film has to have to be a Christmas film, is that it has to be about Christmas, centred at Christmas, set at Christmas, and have themes of Christmas. Gremlins has quite a few of that actually, so it's themes around Christmas. Gizmo was literally the Christmas present that a dad gets for his son. It's set at Christmas. It's set at Christmas Eve, I'm pretty sure, and it does talk about Christmas quite a few times actually, because not only, as I said, it's set at Christmas, but not only is Gizmo actually a present for someone, but it's just the fact that you talk about, obviously having saved Christmas because of the Gremlins. Like, am I right? So Gremlins to me is a Christmas film, and it's obviously fine if you don't agree with me, but to me it is, and that's why I put it on this list. I've had very good memories of this film as well. I've watched this I first watched it when I was like 7. I was so excited because it was my first 15 rated film I was watching, and I remembered watching this at my friend's house after school one day in the Christmas holidays, and I was just amazed. I loved this film the minute I watched it, and I still do actually. It's a great film. It's a solid 4.5 stars film, and it's really, really fun. It's wacky. It's a classic. Yes, it is a classic. It's an 80s film. I love 80s films, and the concept of a single creature creating multiple creatures is really, really interesting, and it still is to this day. And the Gremlins are just so fun to watch, man, causing mayhem and havoc across the town. It's just so fun to watch on Christmas Eve as well. What could be better? And sure, the actual effects of the Gremlins may seem outdated today, but it's still really fun to watch. I don't care what anyone says, it's really fun. But there's Gremlins on my list of top 5 favourite Christmas films. But my number 1 favourite Christmas film of all time is none other than Die Hard. Yes, there has been a question, of course, pondered for a long time, for as long as I could remember about this film, whether it was a Christmas film or if it wasn't. And I am in that group of people that say it. I say it is. I have reasons for that. So going back to the Gremlins thing where I said the qualities or the stuff that a film needed to have to be a Christmas film, Die Hard does technically have some of that stuff. It is set at Christmas time, and there's themes of Christmas throughout the film sometimes as well. Like, John McClane has to save his obviously wife from terrorists in a skyscraper building, and there's themes of Christmas. Literally, like they talk about Christmas, and like there's like literally John McClane kills one of the terrorists and puts a Santa hat on him. Like, that's Christmas, right? right? And fair enough to the people that don't think this is a Christmas film, because whilst obviously it is more centred in the action side of the film, there is Christmas stuff throughout. Like literally you can see a Christmas tree right there in the trailer, on the screen. But yeah, the film for me is always, or I've always considered it a Christmas film, and it's going to be a tradition where I start rewatching this film every year. Like, I watched this film, I believe, for the first time last year, and yeah, it's been great ever since. I've not rewatched it this year. I've not had the chance to, but I will if I can get the chance to, because it's great. And yeah, what more can I say? I just consider it to be a Christmas film. It's as simple as that. It's set at Christmas Eve, and it's just one of the best action films ever made. So yeah, I am in that minority of people where they consider Die Hard a Christmas film. But if you don't, let me let me know in the comments down below. And if you do agree with me and do consider this a Christmas film, let me know as well. But there you have it, guys. There is my top 5 favourite Christmas films of all time. I did hope you enjoyed this video, because if you did, do consider leaving a like, subscribe to one of the videos if you want to. Comment down below what your top 5 favourite Christmas films are in the comments below. And yeah, hope you enjoy your Christmas holidays, and I will see you in the next video, so bye bye.